Welcome to ENN Student News. We're your hosts, Sean Steinbeck and
Grace Jungie.
Our first story today is Kayan talking to the principals, Miss Stansbury and Mrs. O'Shea.
Hi, I am Kayan from ENN News, and today we're going to be interviewing Mrs. Stansbury and Mrs. O'Shea. Okay, Mrs. Stansbury and Mrs. O'Shea, how do you do your job?
You know, it depends on the day. Some days it's very different than others. And I would say that probably the biggest thing is that we never really know for sure what's going to happen any day. There's always something different constantly, and we have to just take things as they come through our office.
Absolutely. So kind of piggybacking off of what Mrs. Stansbury has said, we have kind of scheduled meetings throughout the day, and that's what's so nice that we work together as the lead principal and assistant principal, is that we're able to kind of take things as they come. So if one of us has something scheduled, the other person can jump in on one of those moments that we need that flexibility to assist in something that maybe just came up.
Okay. How long have you been doing your jobs?
I have been a principal for 12 years now, and I was a teacher for 6 years before that.
And this is my second year as an assistant principal. Before that, I taught for 9 years, and some of those years were with Mrs. Stansbury as my principal as well.
When did you become a vice principal and a principal?
I became a principal in 2005. And so I guess it will be 12 years. I became a principal in 2005, and when I became a principal, we didn't have vice principals. So things have changed a little bit that way.
And I became the assistant principal or the vice principal 2 years ago, back when we were at Washington and Whittier Elementary Schools. And then this year we got a transition into Morningside. So this is my second year, and that being here.
This is Kayan from ENN News reporting back. Bye.
This is Kylie Cook interviewing Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Flanagan about the art show.
So, who's going to be entering the art show? The art show actually isn't a contest that students get to enter. What I have to do is submit 40 works of art from Morningside Elementary School. How do you know who to choose for the art show? It's actually very difficult to choose art for the art show. Like I said, I can only choose 40 works of art, but I look for good craftsmanship and look for students who really took their time and did the best that they can. How do you come up with ideas for art projects? I actually have a curriculum that I follow. It's a long list of things that I need to teach all year long. And I just come up with ideas. I look on the computer, I talk to other art teachers, and I use my creative mind. Thank you. What grades are entering the art show?
The grades that will be showing artwork in the show are actually pre-K, all the way through high school, 12th grade.
How do you know who to choose for the art show?
It's difficult to choose art for the show. I like to represent art from every grade level, and sometimes I pick artwork for reasons like the artist chose a lot of different colors, they had new ideas, or they put something in their artwork that was unexpected. So it's a difficult decision, but everyone gets represented.
How do you come up with art project ideas?
Different ideas come to me through other art teachers who have done projects that I enjoy or notice for different reasons, and we get ideas from each other by talking and sharing, and also visiting art museums and traveling. I go to museums a lot when I travel, and of course things like Pinterest or media.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
The library
is an awesome place where kids can check out their books. Here's Lily interviewing Miss Koppel about her job as a library assistant.
Hi, this is Lily reporting from ENN News. Today we are here with Miss Koppel, and we have a couple questions for her. Do you like your job, Miss Koppel?
Yeah, I get to work with lots of fun kids, and I like to read.
How do you know where the books go?
Each book is part of the Dewey Decimal System, and they each have their own little spine label that tells Mrs. McBride and I where they go.
What do you do at your job?
We check books in and out to students. We repair books. We teach typing to 3rd grade through 5th grade. And we do story time.
How many books are there in the library?
A little over 12,000.
Well, that was me and Miss Koppel reporting from ENN News. Thanks. Have a great day.
Now here is Sam. He is interviewing Mrs. O'Brien and Miss Gettner.
ENN News. We're in the office with Miss Gettner, and we're going to ask her some questions about what she does. What do you do in the office?
My main job is taking attendance, and I answer phones. I take care of kids when they've gotten hurt on the playground or if they're sick, and need to call parents, and just about anything that needs done in the office.
How busy are you guys usually?
Pretty busy. Right now we're having kindergarten registration, so that's really a busy time. Mornings are the busiest because that's when kids are coming to school. Sometimes kids are at a party or they're doctor's appointments or the phone's ringing, parents are calling kids in. So between 8:35 and 9:15, really busy.
And why did you pick your job?
Well, because I like working with kids, and my kids went to Washington School years ago, and that's when I started, and I just loved it. I like working with elementary kids, and about 20 minutes later.
What do you do in the office?
Well, I do a lot of things in the morning. I answer a lot of phone calls, and I take messages for kiddos that are sick. And then I go out to the lunchroom and make sure you guys get fed and get your numbers down and in the computer. And I do a lot of Band-Aids and bloody noses and lost teeth. You name it, I do it. Very busy in the mornings, a lot of tardies. You guys got to get here on time. Afternoons are really busy when you guys get out, making sure everybody's gotten rides home and all that good stuff, making announcements about where you guys need to go, where you need to be. I do a lot of calling in between rooms to get you out for doctor's appointments and all that good stuff. So pretty busy. Sometimes there's some quiet time, but pretty busy most of the time.
Why did you pick this job?
Well, I have 3 kids that all go to school in the Sioux City Community School District, and I wanted to follow their schedule and be able to be home when they're home and work when they're at school. So I looked into working for the schools, and I've been here now 7 years, so I love it.
Thanks for watching ENN Student News.